financial advisors already have planning software, but few have a software that can take all that context, the client's unique needs, and use AI to build high converting sales material. The problem isn't so much the outputs from the planning software, it's the fact that advisors are already spending hours taking this information and putting it into slides, spreadsheets, Google Documents, and there's no way to apply AI to make sure that these deliverables are high converting and specific to that client's needs. So let me show you a solution to get around this. What we've built here is a high converting tax report to use in your second meeting. We've uploaded a 1040, gave it some context about what our desire was for this deliverable, and we got something out like this. It goes over a lot of the pain points in that tax return and gives you some recommendations. More importantly, has narrative around different positioning for you as the advisor to help that client and naturally bring up those conversations in your meeting to hopefully close them a little bit easier. What we also do with this tool is look at that client's unique needs and build a profile around them to look at things like risk concerns, positioning, which is probably the most important one, also language to use as well as language to avoid even. And this context compounds over time. This is the kind of thing you're not going to get out of things like ChatGPT, Claude Code, any of the Claude products. It's just not going to have this data and it's not going to compound over time like it does here. What we also have are these presentation links. So if you're doing business online, you can send this to your clients. It looks something like this when they open it up. They'll be able to read through it. And when you're building these out, you can also just add a call to action. So you can tell the agent, hey, I want to add this at the end. It can be, an email, whatever it needs to be. We can add it there. What you can also do is build templates around this. So if this wants to become a part of your process, or if you're bringing your process and kind of migrating it to Presented to kind of be amplified, you can do that here. You can build these out in templates so you can crank them out in minutes rather than having your paraplanner or your advisor spend hours manually going back and forth building these kinds of things. So if you are interested in getting started with something like this, you can go to www.presented.com here and get started in the top right with a free trial. It's 2 weeks, no payment, and you can use the tool for 2 weeks with no obligation. For those who need our security information, you can go to presented.com/security. The thing you'll want to look at first is probably our compliance summary. If you have somebody else handling this for you, they can read this, as well as our SOC 2 information. You can read that here as well. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and I hope you guys have a good experience with the tool.